More and more children are out of school, but parents don't want math learning to stop. They're turning to Mathnasium at home. Real-time math instruction tailored to your child's exact educational needs. It's the same face-to-face live instruction used in our centers for over 15 years, now on a computer. Your child can keep their math skills sharp, catch up, or soar ahead, from home or anywhere with an internet connection. To learn if Mathnasium at home is right for your child, visit mathnasium.com/at-home. Mathnasium at home, changing lives through math.
There we go. Hello everyone, welcome to today's Mathnasium Schoolhouse. My name is Kevin, and today we are going to be talking about data representation. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at are pictographs. Pictographs are charts that organize items into a way that makes it easier to count. So the first thing we're looking at here is looking at different types of trees that were planted at a park. And you'll see down here we have what is called the key or the legend, and that's going to let us know how much each image represents for each of our different categories. So if we're looking at, for number 1, how many willow trees were planted, we see that there's 2 icons, 2 trees, and we know that each of those represents 10. So some of the prerequisites you might need for today would be the ability to count by numbers different than 1. So we need to count by 2s, 5s, 10s, all sorts of different numbers in order to do this. So if we're looking at how many willow trees are planted, I know I have 2 of those tree icons and each one represents 10. How many willow trees do I have? We also have a little bit of a hint on this first one with the dotted lines telling us a little bit more information. How many willow trees do I have? 20. Nice job. Okay, about how many pine trees? Well, I'm looking at my pictograph here, and I can see there's my pine trees. And I've got 10, 20, 30. 30 pine trees. How about cedar trees? Would you guys tell me in the comments how many cedar trees we have? Yeah, that's right. We have 10. And the last one here, we're looking at elm. I can see based on my pictograph, there are 50 elm trees. Nice job. All right, now that we've got a couple more people here that joined us, go ahead and let me know where you guys are from, what grade you're in, how your weekend went. I had a great weekend. Go ahead and let us know what you guys were up to. Nice. All right. So now we want to talk about, for pictographs, half symbols. So I know that a whole symbol based on my key represents a certain number. So like if I'm looking at my pieces of fruit, I know that each circle represents 2 pieces of fruit. But what about if I have a half a symbol? Well, if I know that a whole circle represents 2, then a half a circle represents how much? Well, how much is half of 2? Good job. Half of 2 is 1. Okay, so for number 2, if one whole circle equals 10 objects, then how much does a half a circle represent? What is half of 10? It's 5. Good job. All right, so a little bit of practice there, thinking about half of symbols. So if we're going to go ahead and look back down here at our chart again, talking about pieces of fruit, how many apples do I have? Looking again at our key, we know that each circle is 2. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We said that our half a circle represents 1. So that means I have 11 apples. Because I have 5.5 icons there, and I know that each icon represents 2. And 2, 5.5 times, is 11. Nice job. All right. What about oranges? How many oranges do I have? Yeah, nice job. 2 oranges. And last one, what about peaches? How many peaches do I have? We've got 2, 4, 6, 7. Nice job. Very nicely done. All right, let's look at some more pictographs. So we're looking at a diner has 4 drinks available to order on their menu. So a restaurant has 4 drinks available to order on their menu. And then our pictograph shows what drinks were ordered last week. So it's telling us how many of each of the drinks off the menu were ordered last week. You can see, looking at our key, that each icon of a glass is equals 10 drinks. So we wants to know which 2 drinks were ordered the same number of times. So looking at our chart here, which 2 drinks were ordered the same number of times? Well, apple juice, it looks like, wasn't ordered at all. Iced tea was ordered 30 times. So looking at the icons, I can tell that lemonade and orange juice ordered the same number of times. Nice job. Lemonade, and we had orange juice. When we were looking to figure out which 2 drinks were ordered the same number of times, we noticed that apple juice wasn't ordered at all. So for number 2, apple juice was ordered 0 times. How many more times was lemonade ordered than iced tea? So we need to figure out first how many times lemonade was ordered. So let's take a look. Each image of a glass is 10, so I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I know this one is what? 5. So I've got 65 lemonades. And iced tea was ordered, I've got 3 glasses there, so 30 times. So who can tell me how many more times lemonade was ordered than iced tea? So we need to figure out the difference between 65 and 30. Nice job, 35. You guys are very smart. So how many total drinks were sold last week? So now we need to figure out how many times orange juice was sold. And we already know that based on number 1, that the same amount of orange juice and lemonade were sold. So if lemonade was 65, that also means orange juice was 65. So how many drinks in total were sold last week? Who can tell me how to add those up? Well, I know 65 and 65 makes what? 130, and 30 more gives me 160. Nice job. All right. So now we're going to talk about a different type of chart. So no key here, but we can see that we have our title up at the top that tells us seconds to run a lap. So that's what we're measuring. And we're doing it by the names of each of these students here. And the height of each of these bars represents how many seconds it took. Which is up to the top of his bar, and I can see that that was 25 seconds. Sorry, having a little bit of issue on my end. Give me just 1 second to make sure that everything is okay. All right. Yeah, good job. 25 seconds. So how much faster did Maria run a lap compared to Steve? So we're looking at Maria compared to Steve. Maria ran her lap in 20 seconds, and Steve ran his lap in 30 seconds. So how much faster was Maria than Steve? Yeah, 10 seconds. Very good. You guys are on top of it. Nice job. So how much slower was Justine than Maria? How much slower was Justine than Maria? We know that Maria ran her lap in 20 seconds, and Maria took 40 seconds. So how much faster was Maria, or how much slower was Justine? Yeah, Justine was 20 seconds slower. Nice job. So now tell me, who ran the fastest lap? Who ran the fastest lap? Based on our chart here. Maria did. Good job. We can tell that because her bar is lowest, and if we're talking about faster times, we want to do it in the least amount of seconds. So because Maria ran her lap in 20 seconds, she was the fastest. Nice job. All right, so if we're talking about a scaled bar graph, and that's what we were working on before, is a bar graph that's going to tell us each unit is more than one, or each line is more than one. We have to sometimes read between the two lines that we're given. So like for fantasy, we can see for book genres is in between 6 and 8. So that means that Jackie read 7 fantasy books that year, right? Because it's between 6 and 8. So we know that that must be 7. So how many poetry books did Jackie read then? So we're looking for what is between 8 and 9. 8 and 10, excuse me. What is between 8 and 10? 9. Nice job. She ran 9 poetry books last year. So what about science fiction books? How many science fiction books did Jackie read? 2. Nice job. So how many more poetry books did she read than nonfiction books? Well, we already know from number 1 that she read 9 poetry books. So now we just have to figure out nonfiction books. That looks like 7 to me. And if we know she read 9 poetry books, she read 2 more. Nicely done. Okay. Another couple of questions here. You see that Megan listened to various music genres this week. So that's what we've got here. It's telling us what songs she listened to. We've got our genres listed and the number of songs. So in the graph above, so looking at our graph, how far apart is each line? So if we're talking about our lines here, how far apart are each of these lines? 2. Yep, so every line represents 2. So how many rock songs did she listen to? How many rock songs did Megan listen to? I'm going to find rock on my list here. It's between 14 and 16, which must mean she listened to 15 rock songs. All right. Number 3, how many more pop songs did she listen to than classical songs? So I've got pop and classical. Looks like she listened to 6 pop songs and 4 classical songs. So how much more is 6 than 4? 2 more. Very well done. And how many fewer rap songs did she listen to than rock songs? So we've got rap and rock. Rock songs, we already know, is 15. Rap songs, between 10 and 12, is 11. So she listened to how many fewer rap songs? How much less is 11 than 15? 4 fewer. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. All right. Let's see if we can get some more practice with these. You guys got through these really quick. We'll do another one of these scale bar graphs. How's that sound? All right. So we're looking at pizza deliveries during the week done by Luigi's Pizzeria. So, how far apart is each line in the graph above? All right. So we're looking at pizza deliveries during the week done by Luigi's Pizzeria. So, how far apart is each line? 10. Nice job. We go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, so each line is counting by tens. So how many pizzas did Luigi deliver on Monday? Well, if each line is counting by 10, then the halfway point between the line must be what? Counting by 5s. Halfway between 0 and 10 is 5. Halfway between 10 and 20 is 15. So then on Monday, how many pizzas did we deliver? Well, between 20 and 30. Counting by 5s. Yeah, 25. Nicely done. So how many did he deliver on Tuesday? 15. Very nice. How many fewer pizzas did he deliver on Tuesday than on Friday? Well, we said Tuesday was 15 already. And Friday is how many? 35. Good job. So how many fewer pizzas did he deliver on Tuesday than on Friday? 15 is how many fewer, how much less than 35? 20. Nice job. 20 fewer. And on which day were the most pizzas delivered? So are we looking for the tallest or the shortest bar? We're talking about number of pizzas delivered. We're looking for the most. So do we want the tallest or the lowest? Wednesday. Nice job. Delivered the most pizzas on Wednesday, because that is the tallest one. And we're looking for the number of pizzas. Very good. Nicely done. All right. That's all that we have for today. I want to thank everybody for joining. Hope you guys tune in the rest of the week for the rest of our lessons. Super excited to be here with you guys. If you wouldn't mind sharing this out so all your friends can see it, that would be awesome. Yeah, no problem. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we will see you guys next time. Nice job.
It's afternoons that seem to be the most hectic for us, so it was much more convenient when we found Mathnasium at home.
All right, so how do we do half of 5? I think one of the best things about at home is that it really feels like you're almost at home with the student in their house teaching them.
I'm in my comfort zone.
You can just ask for help and the instructor will come right to you.
With Mathnasium at home, I know that they're getting the help that they need.
Awesome, great job.
Mathnasium, changing lives through math.